Alrighty guys, welcome to part 2 of my Pokemon Diamond Monotype run. We're in Jubilife City now, so I'm going to pop in to the trainer school because we need to speak to our rival here, because we obviously got given a parcel by his mum and you know we got to deliver it. So it's a trainer's job to avoid having a precious Pokemon hurt in battle. You have something for me? And that's a wrap. The parcel contains 2 town maps. I don't know why his mum packed 2, but evidently she must have thought that he would lose one of them, so whatever, we get a town map, so we get something out of it, which is good. So he's going to head to Auburg City because there's a gym. And you know, he wants to be the very best that no one ever was, so, you know. There's not really much else to do in a trainer school. There's a couple of trainers you can fight over here on the blue map thing. And if you beat them both, they'll give you the TM for Hidden Power. I haven't figured out how to do the, you know, commentary without it acting up, so I'm not going to do commentary here. Yeah, both these guys have level 6 Abras, only with the move Hidden Power, so they're not hard to beat at all. Okay, so once you've done that, chat to the first guy you battle with, this guy here, and he will give you TM10, which is for Hidden Power. I'm probably not going to teach it. I think Hidden Power's type differs depending on the Pokemon, if I remember rightly, or is that... No, I'm pretty sure that's Hidden Power. So I don't know, what type of move it would unleash if I was to teach it to Mumble. So once you've done that, this guy will come up to you and talk about Pokétch or the Pokemon Watch, and how, you're such a rare case because you don't have one. Technically, I'm not a rare case because, like, every other region I know of does not have Pokétches. It's only Sinnoh. So, a rare case in Sinnoh, but in the world, no. So, you've got to find 3 clowns, and really, they're not hard to find, and all the answers to their questions are always yes. So, like, there's one over by the Pokémon. There's one in front of, like... that building there, but whatever, I'm gonna go over here first. Whoa, too far. And there's one here in front of the actual building for the Pokétch, manufacturers. They're really not hard to find, and the answer is always yes to their questions. Really, This game wants you to have a Pokétch. So outside the TV studio place. And you get 3 coupons, go back to see the guy, and he's like, okay, here you go, here's a Pokétch. You're not really going to see the Pokétch because it's what appears on the bottom screen. I'm amused that he needs his Pokétch to count to 3. So, on the bottom screen, what you're not seeing is the Pokétch thing coming up. It's got like a watch on it. Like, you know, it is called a Pokemon watch, that's not surprising. And it's got a few other, like, things you can get on it, like a dowsing machine where you can find hidden items. Something that displays your team, your Pokemon team. And, you know, just like a whole host of different apps you can get on it. A bit like an iPad, but not anywhere near as good looking. So, I'm sure you can get something from someone in one of these buildings, but it's evidently not this one. If I remember rightly, it was a Quick Claw, which is kind of handy at this stage. At this stage and beyond. That one of them people over there will talk about groups, and really, I'm not fussed about groups. I don't bother with it, so I'm not going to bother with it here. Twinleaf Town, huh? It's a nice place. Jubilife's a big place. It might be a shock to you. Okay, in here. Oh, your Pokemon's quite adorable. Here we go, the Quick Claw. So, come in here and you'll be able to get that. I think there was like a tip in one of the other buildings, the other building in this place, that basically says just talk to everyone. You never know who's going to give you an item and who's not going to give you an item. And quite frankly, I like the notion of getting items, really. May make me sound a tad greedy, but there you go. That's what it is. So head out here. This guy will not let you pass until you've done like the Pokétch and seen your rival. But now that I've done that, I can proceed on. Give the Quick Claw to Mumble. I mean, I don't see why not. I think Mumble's pretty quick anyway, if I remember rightly, but whatever. We get greeted by your rival, who is challenging you to a battle. If you're playing Pokemon If you're playing Pokemon Platinum, this will be your second battle with the rival. If you're playing Diamond and Pearl, like I am Diamond, this will be your first battle with your rival. He'll have 2 Pokemon. He'll always have a Starly. No matter what Pokemon you started with, he'll always have Starly. I'm not too concerned about this thing, it's a Starly. Funny I say that, but Starly actually is a pretty decent flying type, you know, for your standard flying type that you can get at this point in the game. You know, every Pokemon game has like that normal flying type you can get reasonably early in the game. Starly is easily the best out of all of them in my mind. Because it evolves into like Staravia, then Staraptor, and Staraptor is really good, if I remember rightly, because I have used it before. So, yeah. But Mumble's strong. Mumble will thrash this Starly. The biggest concern is going to be his next Pokemon. And it's not so much because I'm worried it's going to attack me. But it has everything to do with the fact that it's a grass type. And it's pretty darn defensive in any case. I mean, having the extra level is probably going to help, but water sport's not. But the thing with this Turtwig, it knows Withdraw. That boosts its defense. And quite frankly, that is incredibly annoying. Because Bubble's not going to hurt him. So I'm trying to go with Pound for the most part, because that'll probably do more. But obviously it's just going to keep using withdraw and make it harder for me to dish damage out to this thing. I don't know if at this point Turtwig would actually know a grass type move. But it's not attacking me with one, so that's probably if it doesn't, then that's okay. If it does, then I got very lucky. This is going to take a while, I do apologise. A critical hit, that's good. This part is going to probably be one of the shorter parts. I'm sorry, but I didn't realise I was going to be able to shorten it that much by speeding up the battles and such. You learn. Oh, you live and learn. So, I'm gonna bubble just to see if how much it does. It actually does a little bit more, but that was a critical hit, so that probably explains why. Mumble's had 2 critical hits so far, so I suppose he's gotten kind of lucky. But Bubble doesn't seem to be doing much more. This is kind of irritating, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie. But there goes Turtwig. Turtwig's out for the count. And we beat our rival, who's a bit confused that he's lost. And insists that he can't lose because he's that awesome. So, he F's off again. Seriously, that rival has nothing better to do. I went back and healed up. This person doesn't say anything. But there is a trainer you can battle up here, so let's go and do that. I'm full of energy because I get power from my Pokemon. So once you beat him, go around here and you can pick up a Pokeball. So, you know, handy. Not much up here. There's an item over there, but I don't think I'm going to grab that. But there's a trainer over here you can battle. So let's get on with that. See what you've got. I do apologise about having to constantly cut out, you know, talking about, you know, not talking over Pokemon, standard Pokemon battles, but I can't help that. Okay, I believe there's 2 more trainers on this route. There's one over here. And I believe there's one just up here. Oh, once I battle that bloody SHINX. Yeah, just here. I'm sorry, but I failed to see how she got a gym badge with those 2 Pokemon. Starly's weak to rock types, and Bidoof's not that great. So you go into this cave here, the Orberg Gate, and this hiker will give you HM6, which is Rock Smash. Won't be able to use it until I beat Rourke, the gym leader, but having it now is handy. At least I know I don't have to go bloody looking for it. I tried to go looking for Psyduck until I remembered I was playing Pokemon Diamond and it doesn't appear on the first floor, so I'm just going to move on to battle this guy. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to go over here and battle this young lass. And that's a wrap for trainer battles for this part. Yeah, I tried to catch a Psyduck, but I know I forgot that in Pokemon Diamond you can't actually catch them on the first floor of Orberg Gate. You have to go down to floor B1, which you can't do until you have Rock Smash. The other alternative would have been to go up north from Jubilife City very briefly, because the cave not far north from there you can catch a Psyduck in, but yeah, I want a Psyduck, couldn't you tell? Anyway, can't go in the gym yet, so I'm going to heal up and I'll see you guys in the next part we can take on Rourke.